friends! Welcome back to the Summer Activity Club. I'm so excited that you're here this week. I'm Rebekah, the Children, Youth, and Family Director at St. Paul Lutheran Church in Missoula. And every week from now through the end of August, I'll see you right here on this video. And in addition to this video, there are all kinds of activities for you to do with your family, and some that are made just for you, just for kids. So, be sure to check those out on the St. Paul website or the St. Paul app. This week is all about getting up close and personal with God's creation. Let's get going. This week, we're getting our inspiration from Psalm 104, verse 24. I'm going to challenge you to memorize this verse this week. And we'll practice it right now and learn some motions to help us remember it. So Psalm 104 verse 24 goes like this. How manifold are your works, O God! In wisdom you have made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. So now let's break it down. I'll say some words and you say them back to me and copy my motions too. Are you ready? Let's try it. How manifold are your works? Your turn. How manifold are your works, O God? In wisdom, you have made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. So, can we try and put all the words and the motions together? Let's give it a try. How manifold are your works, O God! In wisdom you have made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. Wow, that was easy! Great job! Thanks for doing that along with me. Now you've already got a head start on memorizing Psalm 104, verse 24. We're using that verse this week because we're thinking especially about the teeniest, tiniest, and even invisible pieces of God's creation. And in that verse, the word manifold means many and various. So we know that God created many things, a huge number of things, and that there are all different kinds of things, various things, even the teeniest, tiniest, and invisible things. So let's talk about those tiny things. Can you think with me about the tiniest thing God made that we can see with our eyes? What do you think about a little kitten? Do you think that's the tiniest thing that God made? Probably not. But what about an itsy bitsy wildflower? Is that the tiniest thing God made? No, I don't think so. What about a ladybug? They're so tiny. Do you think that's the tiniest thing? Can you brainstorm some other things that might be even tinier than ladybugs? This week on the coloring page for little ones, there are all kinds of little creatures, and maybe you can even draw in some of your own. Now, what about the invisible pieces of God's creation? Can you brainstorm some things that God made that we can't see with just our eyes? I feel a breeze. What about the wind? Do you think God made the wind? Of course! God made the wind. That's something we can't see with our eyes, but God still made it. Now, what about love? Can you see love floating around in the air? No, we can't see love floating around in the air. But God made love, even though we can't see it. Now, did you know that everything that's alive is made up of these teeny tiny little things called cells? Humans have skin cells and heart cells and brain cells, and so many more kinds of cells. And all of them are working together to keep us alive. Cells are amazing. And guess what? God made those too. On our Big Kid bonus page this week, you'll find a doodle of a cell to help you imagine what one might look like, since we can't see it with just our eyes. And you can color it in. Use your imagination. What might a cell look like if we could see it with our eyes? So this week, we're learning that it's not just the big, incredible things that God made that matter. Every little thing, even the things that we can't see, they matter too. So spend some time this week getting up close and personal with God's creation, and try to find the little details, or even little creatures, that you might not always notice. You can use a magnifying glass if you have one to help you see some of those little things better, or you can just get really up close. And don't forget that this week is our last week in July. I can't even believe it. So make sure that you submit your pictures this week if someone in your family captures a picture of you doing one of our summer activities. That way you can be entered in to win the July prize. And we'll pick the July winner in next week's video. So don't forget to send your pictures and have so much fun exploring this week. I can't wait to see what little things you find in God's creation. So I'll see you next week for our prize drawing. Bye, friends.